And what's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. So, we've completed the Descent DLC. There's a couple little minor things to uncover there or whatever, but nothing really important to the story. Just more completionist detail stuff. But going along with completionist detail stuff. And by the way, yes, I know my armor is a little goofy looking. Not as cool as the armor that I had, but it's more powerful, so that's what I'm wearing. But anyway, we are back in Emprise du Lion, and we're going to kill a couple dragons. And then after we kick these two dragons' asses, we're going to kill another dragon. And then, when that's all said and done, we can start making our way. We can start making our way towards the Trespasser DLC. But first, we have a dragon who's just begging to die, so we might as well oblige it.
Uneventful day.
Nope, we don't. Fine. I'll just flash you up close if that's what you really want. Oops. We're cutting this dragon down pretty well. I don't think it's got a whole lot of chance against us. I mean, we're at a high enough level right now that we should be able to pretty much hand it its ass. Really? Can avoid that black wall. hurts, doesn't it? Doesn't feel good. And dead. That's
Where are
right.
we again? So I don't come back?
Last time we dealt with this when it kicked the crap out of us. Caliban. Man, I wish that was a more powerful sword because I love the name. And now we're gonna look at shards. 7 freaking shards. You know, and I'll be honest, I don't even know if I'm gonna bother looking for all the shards now. If I start the Trespasser DLC and it turns out that it skips over the chance to complete the shards and whatnot, I don't care. Because whatever gear it is that I'm going to unlock is not going to be anywhere near as good as the stuff I already have. Alright. Showed them what's what. One more dragon to kill here. Yeah, this armor turned out kind of pinkish hued. I thought it was like blood red looking when I was tinting it. I'm not really into it. And one more dragon arena to go. I remember there was a weird way in, wasn't there? Is this your way above? Way down here. Ooh, Drakestone. What? Heal yourself, woman. Crying out loud. Alright, let's save. Just to play it safe. But I think we're gonna kick this thing's ass too.
A dragon Let's be sure she leaves us in one piece.
Good morning. Awesome looking dragon, though. Yeah, she's pissed. The old Highland Ravager. Hi. Now, does it hurt? Does it hurt? Yeah, she wasn't too fond of that. Doesn't hurt that Blackwall is designed specifically for kicking the snot out of dragons. Ouch. So you're going down fast. Quit screaming. Loud mouth. All you're doing is you're inviting your babies to die too. That's not good as a mother. You're about to die, Mommy Dragon. You're about to die, Vivian. Shut up, you loudmouth. Hot foot. Hot face. Hot belly. Dead dragon. Dead baby dragon. We kicked her ass. Duke's Main. Yeah, when you get a dagger that does that much damage and you're still like, meh, it's kind of frightening. Because Cole has some really ridiculously powerful daggers.
I assume you were properly impressed by Halam Sharar. It is rare to be welcomed in the halls of power.
A golden shitter. Their servants come down the streets to drink the abuse away. You can have it.
Oh, I will. And I'll be sure to entertain your requests for orphan salve or whatever you're championing on the day.
You all think no one can touch you, but I say a kind word to a butler, and I'm in your vault, because he hates you.
And I'll fill it just to watch you scurry from the gutter, again and again and again. Big vault, little elf.
Yes, well, everyone says you're fat.
Man, Vivienne is a bitch. Seriously. Alright. What's all that? Those are just all the shards. We're not worrying about shards. Only things we're worrying about is killing dragons. There was one more dragon. Where the hell was it? Wasn't there one more dragon? I thought there was another dragon to kill. Wait a minute. No, it wasn't the western approach, was it? Was it the hissing wastes? Perhaps? I can't remember. Hello, Romnus. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining me. No, it's not my first time playing the game. It's my second time. I've played the game all the way through its completion back when I had it on PS3, but that was years ago. And I haven't played it since. But it'll be the first time that I've done the Descent DLC, which I just completed, and it will be my first time doing the Trespasser DLC, which I have not started yet. I'm trying to remember where in the hell that last dragon was. I can't... The one that was... It was in front of like a dwarven ruin, and I can't remember where the hell that was. Tomb of Pharaoh, that was it. That was it. So we gotta... Oh man, that's a hike. Yeah, that's what it is. It's the Hissing Wastes. Damn. Alright, so we got a bit of a hike ahead of us here. Just trying to figure out what's the quicker spot to start from. Sand Crags or Cove Camp. Guess it doesn't matter. We'll just start at the Cove Camp. So this will be the last dragon that I need to kill. And that'll wrap it up for the dragons in the regular game. And then I'm going to start the Trespasser DLC, which I'm very, very excited about. Humoin, that's the name of the dragon? Let me guess. Message for you, sir?
Word for you.
Oh, word for me. Okay.
What is it?
This may be worthwhile.
Yeah, this map is ridiculous. This map is ridiculous. Alright, so we want to go north and then east. Yeah, this is the map those who were watching me play earlier, they all got to listen to me complain about it, because it's one of those things that you look at the map. In any other place you go, it seems like you look at the map and you see where you have to head to, and it looks on the map like it's really far away. And then you start heading for it, and then just like that, you're there. It was like, oh, it was way closer than I thought it was. But not here. Not in the Hissing Wastes. In the Hissing Wastes, you might think something is close by, and it takes absolutely forever to get there. But at least this will be the last time I really have to come here. Because I'm not worrying about trying to... Romnus says, love the game, hate that map. Yeah, me too. And honestly, the map wouldn't be so bad if there was more going on. And I understand that the entire point behind this map is that it's supposed to be barren, and it's supposed to be wide open and with nothing, you know, nothing there. Yeah, we'll take that. But there should be more interesting things to stumble across and more to see than just, oh, well, you know, here's more sand. Let me, let's see where we are. Okay, we're good. Oh, right, I get it, game. I get it. Alright, alright, alright. Oh, and something that I constantly forget. I have a mount. Makes traveling a little easier. But I never use it. Because I'm an idiot. Just me and my Dracolisk. I remember the exact path we're expected to take. Now let's see, how many things can we get chasing us until we reach our destination? Maybe that will ignore us. I haven't played Witcher 3 yet. That's definitely on my list, though. I've actually been intentionally avoiding as much as I possibly can any details and videos of The Witcher 3 because I've heard nothing but awesome stuff. Like everybody that I've heard that's played it, like just give it so much praise and say how great the game is and how detailed the story is. So as much as I would like, well, I want to see a playthrough, I want to experience it for myself. Romna says it's the best game I ever played. Yeah, I mean I've heard a lot of people say pretty much the same thing, which makes me excited to play it. You know. I see you, dragon. Guess what, Draculus? You can stay here. Sandy Howler. Alright, let's do this. I used the barrier a little bit early. That's okay. This is your wake-up call. Hello! I think it pissed them off. Ow. Jerk. The old Sandy Howler. Well, you know, Vivian, you don't need to be right up in his face. I know that you're a knight enchanter now, but you don't have to get right up in his mug. Give him a hot foot. Hey. You need to bite me. I'm just trying to kill you, don't mind me. No, I'm not playing a nightmare. A few people have asked me that, but honestly, it's one of those things where I play around with the different abilities and whatnot that I have, and I've changed my loadout so many times that I feel like if I try playing on Nightmare, it'll be the end of me. Plus, I think Nightmare is also set up so that it's friendly fire, and I can't handle that. I'm not that great of a gamer. Like, I love games, but I'm much more of a casual gamer. I'm not a real hardcore player. And I know friendly fire, I'll wipe my own people out in about 10 seconds. Oh, get out of here, little mini dragon. Yeah, that's what I understand. I mean, as it is, I was playing this on regular mode, and I went into the Descent DLC, and holy cow, like, when I first went down there, I was like, and he popped. But when I first went down, what is shoving me around? What am I doing? What was that? What the hell was that?
Yeah, I mean, yes. I'm alive.
I was doing some crazy funky dance move where I was just leaning to the side. Alright, let's kill this thing. But, yeah, I went to the Descent DLC way earlier than I should have. and it just resulted in me getting just... I got to the 3rd level down, and I got crushed. Yeah, this is garbage compared to what I have. That's nice, though. That's right, some good stuff to sell right there. Dragon's blood? Do we have dragon's blood? We have dragon's blood. Dragon's blood, always useful for crafting. Really? We killed that? The Sandy Howler was way easier to deal with than anything else any of the other dragons that I fought. Alright, so we will now head back to Skyhold. And we are going to go to the war table. And we are going to get the Trespasser DLC started. Do you have Jaws of Hakon? Yes, I do. I already did that DLC. In fact, I just completed the Jaws of... I mean, I have all the story DLC. Yeah, I just finished Jaws of Hakon 2 days ago, I think. Yeah, 2 days ago, and then yesterday because I completed that, and then I went to finish the Descent. And the Descent, I pretty much did... Or would... Yeah, I think it took me like 1, 2, maybe 3 videos, but 2 of those videos were only half an hour each because my power went out on one point, and then the game crashed on me twice. That was unpleasant. Unfortunately, a lot of the people that were watching my earlier videos that were all excited to see Trespasser, I don't see them on the stream watching. At least they haven't piped in yet. Haven't heard anything from Lady Dragonborn or Matt Crowley or anybody in a bit. So I hope you guys get to watch. Jaws of Hakon, yeah, it was very short. It was very short. But I think when it first released, I don't think it cost that much either. So it was kind of like it was the price was worth what you got out of it. The Descent was relatively short as well once I got strong enough to handle it. But I can't complain too much because I really enjoy it. You know what? Let's get the extra XP for all of that. Let's see. Attend the Exalted Council. Okay, and as everybody has seen, I generally shut up during cutscenes. So anybody who's watching and expects me to comment during cutscenes is not going to happen. So I'll go quiet during those. Warning, beginning the Exalted Council will lock off all other areas and plots and jump to 944 Dragon. 2 years after the death of Corypheus. There is no going back from this point. Okay, so that's it. I mean, the only things that I did not do were just collecting shards and other little collection stuff, which I don't care. That's not a big deal. I'm not trying to 100% this. It's not. And I mean, and honestly, if I was 100% it, I'd be doing it on my own time anyway, like collecting all the little things. And as a live stream, that's boring. So, okay, let's get this going. With Corypheus dead and the threat of Fade Rifts and Demons waning, both Orlais and Ferelden have begun to raise questions about the future of the Inquisition. Divine Victoria has promised to shield the Inquisition from political matters for as long as possible. Eventually, she plans to call the Exalted Council, a chance to determine the role and possibly the fate of the Inquisition. Alright. Divine Victoria will not call the Exalted Council until you are ready, Inquisitor. Well, I'm ready! Let's get it going! I'm pumped. So I heard this DLC is incredible. So, really looking forward to this. The Exalted Council will be held at the Winter Palace outside Halam Shral, thanks to Divine Victoria's negotiation with the ambassadors. We're ready to depart at your convenience. Would you like to gather your party and venture to the Exalted Council now? Yes. I guess it decided to just send me there and didn't exactly have me put my party together like it usually does. Usually the first thing you do is collect your party. Romnus asks, can I see your build and equipment when you're able to show it? Yep, absolutely. I imagine we're going to see a cutscene first. So yeah, as soon as we're done with any cutscenes and conversations, I'll jump in and I'll show you how I have my character build. As you've seen, I'm playing as a mage. First time I played as a mage, this is the first time I played as a mage. The first time I played the game, I played as a warrior, which was cool, but playing as a mage was a blast. So much fun. I had no problem. We're back in our fancy outfits. Same outfits we wore to the ball.
Another parade, another bloody negotiation.
Smiles, everyone. We must be careful how we present ourselves.
Why did Divine Victoria call the Exalted Council? She's kept Orlais from bothering us for the last 2 years.
At increasing political cost, yes. She has done all she can, but the Exalted Council has become necessary. Orlais would control us, and based on their many marriage proposals, they have specific plans for you. Our real concern is Ferelden. They would see us disbanded entirely.
I had tried to romance Josephine, but apparently there was something I screwed up where you were supposed to duel with her husband or whatever, and I didn't do that. I never saw the quest to do that, so that attempt to romance her just hit a roadblock, and all of a sudden it was like, we're not romancing her anymore. I don't know what happened.
Inquisition, it has been too long. I hope the years have been kind to you.
How have you been, Mother Giselle?
I spent last summer in Emprise de Lyon, distributing food sent from the Exalted Plains. The Dales are finally recovering.
Corypheus left a great deal of damage for us to repair. I appreciate your efforts.
And I yours, Your Worship. I should mention that your forces at Suladin Keep were of great help. Please give my compliments to Baron Deschedin. Divine Victoria asked me to greet you on her behalf. She is currently attending to the Ferelden ambassador's concerns.
Rama says, my Inquisitor was gay. I'm not, but it just happened. The first time I played the game, I was playing as a female, and I had her romance Sarah. Because Sarah's my she was very quickly became my favorite character, so I was like, well, I was like, Sarah's awesome, so I guess that my female character is gay, because she's gonna romance Sarah, because Sarah rules. But this time I was like, I tried with Josephine, but it just didn't work. So maybe the third time I play it, I'll play this game as a rogue, and maybe I'll finally have a romance that works the way I expect it to. So, Divine Victoria asked me to greet you on her behalf. Blah, blah, blah. You mean Liliana? No, I don't have to do that. Currently attending to the... Just ask how she's doing.
How do you think Divine Victoria has done these last 2 years?
It is hardly for me to say, Inquisitor.
With respect, that's never stopped you before, Mother Giselle.
Victoria has proven adept at winning allies with both her intelligence and her faith. It is a blessing in these trying times. We are lucky to have her.
Romna says, Dorian romance is hilarious, rolling on floor laughing during cutscenes. I can imagine. Dorian's awesome, too. He's another great character. I considered romancing him, but I was already like, I already wanted to see if I can romance Josephine. So, and plus, I think the way that I interacted with Dorian, it felt like he was more of like, that was like my very close friend, rather than a love interest. You mean Liliana? No, I'm not going to say that, because I know why they call her Victoria.
I'll speak to Divine Victoria.
Title.
I believe she would appreciate that, Your Worship. The Divine sees the good that you can do and have done. Duke Cyril will wish to greet you on behalf of Olay. I believe he is currently speaking with the Tevinter ambassador. Many of your friends have returned as well. I hope you have a chance to speak with them before the Exalted Council begins.
The Imperium sent an ambassador?
Yes, Your Worship. Dorian Pavas has taken the chance to return from Tevinter. It will be good to see him again. I owe him my apology. I allowed my distrust of Tevinter to cloud my judgment. He took a great risk coming to help us, and deserved better treatment.
You're going to apologize? To Dorian?
I have little patience for those who cannot admit they were wrong, Your Worship. Myself included. I will have to make my apologies somewhere public. He will want an audience for his reaction.
Yes, he will. But I'm glad they're going to do that for Dorian. He deserves it.
Who has returned for the Exalted Council?
Your dwarven friend, Master Tetras. For one, I understand he spent much of the last few years in Kirkwall. I believe Sir Blackwall has returned as well, although he now uses the name Tom Ranier. Enjoy time with them while you can, Your Worship. I doubt you will have the chance once the Exalted Council is underway.
Really? So am I going to have a limited group to choose from? One thing you have to test out, all mage party. The banter is unique. Yeah, well, I can't now because Solus is gone. But that's not a bad idea.
Thank you, Mother Giselle.
Your Worship, a final question, if I may. This Exalted Council, Ferelden would have the Inquisition disband. Olay sees its power as another feather in a chevalier's helmet. What do you wish to do with the Inquisition?
Well, our work is never done, so we're not going anywhere.
The Inquisition still has work to do. We can't let someone's fear push us into disbanding.
Then I wish you luck in the negotiations to come.
Thanks.
Maker watch over you, Inquisitor. I will not keep you any longer.
Another cutscene, or are we going to be wandering around? I guess that makes sense why I couldn't assemble my party, because I don't know who's still around and who's not.
I'm surprised Lord Cyril is on the Exalted Council. He's so sentimental about the Inquisition.
Okay, so right now it's
the
just
Council
me.
of Heralds choose him as their representative. Whatever his position,
And
it has their will
for
behind
anyone
it.
else who's new to the stream, yes, my character is very unique looking. I've gotten that comment like, oh, your guy is very unique. But I have him looking the way that he does because when I built him, the entire point was that I did not want a stereotypical, like, dashing young man, or, you know, like the handsome hero. I wasn't playing that kind of character. I was playing an oddball mage who was kind of stuck in the situation that he's in, and he's just very awkward, and so I wanted him to look non-traditional. So I didn't want to make him look like Mr. Super Cool Dude or anything like that, you know. Okay, so I will go and show you my loadout. So easiest thing to do is I'll show you. These are the abilities that I have. Actually, why are they all Ice Mine? I don't use this. I'm glad I went in here because I got to turn this off. You know about the material shop, Dragonbone? Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't mind me, I'm just turning off the stuff that I don't use. I don't use that either. I have this, but I don't use it. I wonder if I should. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay. So yeah, so the main things that I use, and this is mainly because just for me, it's just the abilities I tend to get the most use out of, and of course that's Barrier, naturally, Energy Barrage, because of the passives that I have. Aegis is awesome. I might replace Fade Step with that. In fact, we'll try that, because even though I had Fade Step, I never use it. Oh, you know what it was? I think it's because of cool time being 90 seconds that I was like, that's a long time. But anyway, so like Barrier, of course, got to use Barrier. Energy Barrage, with the passives I have, it tends to cook real quick, and I'm able to use Energy Barrage pretty fast. Fire Mines, because, you know, blows everything up. Immolate, you know, blows people up. Mark of the Rift. Resurgence, got to have that. Spirit Blade, naturally, because I'm a Knight Enchanter. But those are what I use the most. I mean, right now I'm at the point where I'm just any other points I'm spending, I'm just building up on passive abilities and whatnot. But it'll take forever to go through all of my stuff. But yeah, I mean the abilities I have, they work. You know, they do the trick. And plus, I always bring a balanced party with me, so being mage and then having another mage with you also helps. Alright, so let's wander around and start talking to folks. Make it. You know what? We've discovered all this before. Real quick, I want to see if there's no. Oh, we can get in there. Hey, look at that. We're already permitted to get inside. I'm sure we're limited. We can't go much further. And look at that. We're already finding stuff.
There must be something here.
The important thing is that you find it good. Yeah, that's the thing. Like the abilities and whatnot that I use, they work for me. Expensive dog treats. Bone-shaped dog treats baked in a mold. Fancy scroll work and happy-looking dogs adorn the sides. It smells faintly of ham and excess. Okay, read. Okay. I incidentally, if I find books and whatnot, a lot of times I won't read them. I'll skip through, and anybody who wants to read them can pause. But if it's shorter stuff, I'll read it. So, first Grand Enchanter. Grand Enchanter Lothair Harduin was the first leader of the Circle of Magi when it was founded in 120 Divine. After Harduin distinguished himself in battle during the Second Blight, Emperor Draken himself endorsed him for the position. From all accounts, the Grand Enchanter performed admirably, but some speculate Harduin was a second choice, that Draken had another mage with connections to Inquisitor Emeritin in mind for the job. Tellingly, these debates are based on a half-finished letter to an army captain and the guest list of a party where Emeritin and the Emperor were in attendance. If any proof ever existed, it's likely dust. The idea's merit should be treated as such, for scholarship's sake. From a short primer of Orlay's most excellent and inspiring history by Lord Renures, published in 935 Dragon. Alright. Well, I'm glad I wandered over here. He's already found stuff. So I'm sure I'm going to need eventually. And I know there were doors over here, so we're going to do the same thing.
Those Fereldans, always afraid to mingle.
Hey. Don't talk trash on Fereldans. Bard. Alright, well, I can't go in there. Can we go up here? I'm sure there's probably people up here to talk to, actually. Yep. Hey, Josephine. I'll talk to you in a minute. Hey, look, it's a girl I failed to romance. I'm just going to walk away from her. Kale in the last few years. Inquisitor. Your suggestion regarding the young man, Cole, was excellent. He displays an uncanny ability to locate missing people. When hostile forces held our agents and we feared they would be killed if we approached, Cole was able to reach them without being detected. While he has been less useful overall at extracting intelligence, I have learned to trust his instincts about whether a target is trustworthy or malicious. Per your request, I have limited his assistance to rescue operations or attacks on clearly hostile forces. Whatever magic lives in the young man's mind, it would be poorly served by the less pleasant necessities of our work. His remarks about my family, while not germane to the mission at hand, were also greatly appreciated. Yours, Charter. Josephine in the last few years. Dear Inquisitor Trevelyan, Commander Cullen has reviewed the soldiers. I have written and received so many letters from the Orlesian court, our birds practically blot out the sun. We are as prepared for this exalted council as we will ever be. I know this past year has been full of formal meetings. Goodness knows I have attended many myself, but this one will truly test the alliances and friendships we have worked so hard to build. If I may offer you any advice, Inquisitor, it is this. Keep a ready smile, and remember we have their attention because we are to be reckoned with. Respectfully yours, Ambassador Montellier. Ramos asking, platform do you play on? I am playing on PS4. I don't play PC games because I don't have a PC that's capable of it. Liliana and the last few years. Inquisitor, thank you so much for your kind inquiries. I am doing very well, although I have been quite busy. Selecting new staff for my apartments at the Grand Cathedral has taken me so much longer than expected. And if you wouldn't mind, I would like to borrow Scout Harding for a few weeks to help me find more nugs. I cannot possibly hire anyone to a permanent position without first observing them in a room full of baby nugs, and all the litters I have on hand are nearly full grown. In any case, I will see you soon at Halam Sharal. Until then, Liliana. Which is always funny to me, how Liliana is all about nugs, you know, and she's like got a soft spot for them. And in the meantime, she was an absolutely ruthless assassin. What do we got here? A crumpled silk napkin. Great. I'm assuming all of this will come into play somehow. Okay, Josephine, hello.
It's been quite a day so far, has it not? I've been speaking with representatives from everywhere.
Have they given you trouble?
Not at all. It is quite alarming. It means they are all saving themselves up for later. Would you walk with me? I should like to take some air before the Exalted Council becomes inescapable. The palace has been most accommodating. We are, after all, here at their insistence. But the ministers may... No. No more talk of the council. This meeting was to spend time with you in a more relaxed fashion.
Is this in your daily notes? 3 to 4 o'clock, idle chat with the Inquisitor.
Of course not. Not precisely. The truth is, there is a small entertainment happening tonight, to which I may be able to find a pair of invitations.
You'd like me to go with you?
Very much so. In all the years you worked with Orlais, you had so little time to enjoy its culture.
Ron, this is, I'm PC Master Race, but I spend all my money on my computer, my only hobby. Yeah, I mean, I grew up I never had a computer until, Jesus, I was already out of college, so I didn't even have a desktop until I think I was 25, 26, something like that, and even that one was junky. But I mean, I also grew up with Atari 2600, and then the Nintendo Entertainment System, and then the Super Nintendo, and then the first PlayStation, and then, you know, on and on and on. So I was always playing consoles. So I never having a computer to play games on, and I'm also in my 40s. So back when I was younger, PC games were junk. You know, like they weren't what they are today. So I never grew up with like that whole thing of like really being into PC games. I'm sure if I was younger I would be, but now I can't really afford to spend the money on a gaming rig and all that stuff. I've got a son, you know, who's going into high school, and you know, I've got bills and all that to go elsewhere. So, you know, like, and plus I've got a PS4, my son's got a PS4, my brother's got a PS4, so it's cool because we can all game together through that. You know, we like a lot of the same types of games. So, I mean, it's one of those things I definitely considered if I ever came into the money to afford it, to get a decent computer, because I would love to play certain games. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't get into any of this platform is better than another platform, you know, because like, to me, whatever you have, if you're having fun, that's the point. But anyway, very much so. In all the years you've worked with Orlais, you've had so little time to enjoy its culture. That's a good point.
Perhaps you're right. These meetings and talks don't allow for much leisure time.
And then back to Skyhold without a moment's pause to take in where we are. With all that's been happening, I promised myself a single evening out. I'd very much like to go with a friend.
Ron, this says, got my first PC at 12. I'm 35 now, but the PC I have now is my first gaming rig. Oh, right on. Yeah, I like I said, I didn't even have a PC at all when I was a kid. You know, we grew up quite poor. Could not afford that crap, you know, and it would have been one of those things that it would have been nice. I had friends of mine who, you know, had computers, and I'd played games with them from time to time, but never had it myself. And plus, we were so isolated from everybody anyway, like, there was no internet or anything, you know. I mean, obviously you're old enough to remember that, you know, pre-internet time, and so there was never really anything that would like make me want to feel like I should have to get a PC. You're from Norway, and you say you got a PC for free in school. Oh, that's awesome. I wish they would do that here. Yeah, no, we never had that opportunity. Probably see myself as single, eating out. I very much like to go with a friend. What exactly? I'm not going to ask that. I'd love to go with you.
Thank you for thinking of me. I'd be delighted to attend.
Splendid. I will arrange things at once. The past years have been so busy. We have earned at least a few moments of rest.
A calm night out sounds...
What?
Oh, bravo! Bravo!
What is that face? What the hell is that? Ethan Vaughn. Hey man, welcome to the stream. And Ethan says, I grew up playing the PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 was awesome. PlayStation 2, I think it's debatable, but I've heard a lot of people make the case for the PlayStation 2 may have been like the best gaming system in terms of how long it was around and how long you were able to, you know, it existed to have games on it, new games that had like the longest lifespan. But it was rad. Star Fox was awesome for Nintendo. Let's see what just happened.
Was the woman in gold playing a king? Who was the man in feathers?
Oh, it's all very simple. The first actor's mask is determined by... well, I will lend you the program guide. But tell me, did you enjoy the performance?
That's straight up lying.
What I really enjoyed was seeing you put your duties aside for a change.
I truly did. Thank you for coming. It's been too long since I just spent an evening doing... nothing.
Here's to nothing. May it happen to us more often in the future.
Oh, look! The encore signal!
I like our face. Like, oh my god. Is there anything else?
I do hope you recovered from your night at the opera. Any ear-ringing should go away in a day or two.
Ramna says, PS2 games have aged well. Still play some of those old games. Also play Nintendo 8-bit. Yeah, unfortunately, the PS2 that I had, it died. Lasted a long time, but when it died, it died. And there was no getting it back. I wasn't up here already, right? No, I definitely wasn't. Expensive dog treats again. Hard in Hightown Chapter 10. Oh boy, well. Here's an example of something that I'm not going to actually read out loud. So anyone who wants to read it, you can pause the video and read it on your own time. There you go. Can PS4 use older games? PS1, 2? No, unfortunately, and that's a real annoyance. PS2 could play PS1 games, but that was the only PlayStation that was backwards compatible, because PS3 couldn't play any of the old stuff. What PS4 can do is you can download games and it can play certain games from PS2 that they've tinkered with so that you can download it and play it, but you can't take a PS2 disc or PS3 or PS1. You can't take any of the old discs and put them in and play. But I mean, it takes a whole new mechanic system in, like software and whatnot to be able to read the different types of discs. Some of the PS2 games that I had too, I would love to have played again, like the Final Fantasy games, and God, I don't even know which ones I still have. 'Cause I know I gave a bunch away. Hey, it's Varric. What's up, Varric?
The Prince of Starkhaven wrote to you again.
Of course he did. Just put that one in the pile with letters from the Merchants Guild.
And the captain of the city guard had a very colorful message for me to deliver to you as well.
Inquisitor! Andraste's ass, am I ever glad to see you.
Am I interrupting something important?
Yes.
Which is perfect, because Bran here needed a break. This is Bran Caven. Until recently, he was the Viscount...
Provisional Viscount.
Of Kirkwall.
Ethan says, it would have been cool for the Trespasser to be on PS3 or Xbox, and you can play PS2 games on PS3. Yeah, that was the thing. When I had this game on PS3, I got the Jaws of Harkon DLC, and I got the, what was the other one? I got some other DLC, but the last two, Descent and Trespasser, like, I couldn't play it because it never released on PS3, so I never got to experience any of this until just now. It's a shame. I mean, there's a lot of excellent PS3 games that I wish I could play on my PS4 today. I still have a PS3, but it would be awesome if I could play the old PS3 games on PS4 and broadcast them, because that would be fun. Until recently.
And what are you doing now?
I have resumed my post as Seneschal now that Master Tethras has been elected Viscount.
You're the Viscount of Kirkwall now?
Well, it seems the two of you have a great deal to discuss. Why don't I just leave you to it?
I don't like that guy.
It turns out, you fund enough reconstruction efforts in a city-state, the nobles give you the worst job they can think of.
Rhonda says, PS4 has good-looking graphics, but I wish I could get to 60 FPS, because 30 FPS is hard to get used to after PC gaming. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, for me, it's great to me. You know, it's fine for me, because I don't play PC, so the frame rate doesn't really bother me. Every now and then, it's noticeable when it stutters, but it doesn't bother me so much. But I mean, that's the thing. I definitely understand people who are used to playing games on the PC, that they have a hard time wanting to play the same games on consoles because, you know, the frame rate's different, the graphics aren't going to quite be the same. So it turns out you fund enough reconstruction efforts in the city state. Nobles give you the worst job they can think of. So you're not coming back?
Does this mean I can't tempt you into coming back to Skyhold? Wicked Grace hasn't been the same since you left.
I'm probably going to be stuck in Kirkwall for the foreseeable future. There's a lot to do back home. They voted me in because I got the harbor and businesses up and running again. They want shit fixed, and I can do that. Anyway, I was hoping I'd catch you before the summit got underway. I got you a sort of present. It's official recognition of your title and holdings in Kirkwall. Congratulations. You're a compt now.
You can't actually do that without...
Too late. Already did it. You should stop by Hightown sometime to see your estate. It's pretty nice. For Kirkwall, anyway.
Proper disposition of empty estates is supposed to...
You were leaving us to talk, remember?
Yeah, that guy's just there for comic relief, or he's going to be a problem later.
This is possibly too much, Varric. I don't know what to say.
That's nothing. Practically nothing. Don't mention it. Oh, that reminds me. It's the key to the city.
You can't give that away without approval from the council and a special ceremony.
It's just symbolic anyway.
It controls one of the giant chain nets in the harbor.
Really? That is so much better than I thought.
What's your favorite characters? Varric is the best. Even in DA2, he was cool. for this game, my favorite character is Sarah. 100% Sarah. Just because I identify with her attitude. But Sarah is my top favorite, and then I love Dorian. He's great. Iron Bull. So those are probably my top three. Varric's okay, but I don't use him enough because I can never really get his weapon Bianca to really be that powerful, at least compared to my other players. So I don't really use him as much. So, but I mean, I do like Varric. I liked Varric, yeah, in Dragon Age 2. He was great. I was glad that he came through.
Thank you. I'm touched. A little bit horrified by this key now, but still touched.
Please don't give anything else away.
I don't know how this council thing is going to end for the Inquisition. But whatever gets decided, you've got a place lined up in Kirkwall if you want it. Also, control of the harbor, I guess. Anyway, you should meet with the diplomats. And we'll get in a game of Wicked Grace before I go back, though, right?
I wouldn't miss it.
Don't bet any public buildings this time.
Romna says, Dorian, Iron Bull, Sarah is my favorite party. The banter's awesome. I've definitely had that group travel together a few times. Sarah, I can't help when I talk to her, I laugh. She's the best. She's the absolute best.
I'll be here if you need me.
Okay, see you, Varric. Another dog bone. Half-finished poem. Skin like gauze across the sky, I sigh and fall in evening's lakes, the pools of which deep as your eyes, and eyes of which pierce like wakes, drakes, heartaches, cakes. Maker, I hope my lady's patient. I'll just wander around here real quick to see what else is. What do we have here? A gold cravat. Is that it? Nothing else to be discovered. Will this door open? That door will not open. Bull and Sarah have some banter. There's comedy gold. Oh, definitely. The two, like, I like how much Sarah and Vivian go at it too. Although Vivian, like I said, Vivian can be a bit of a bitch, but I like that Sarah just lets her have it and just pokes fun at her. Blackwall, or shall we say Tom Rainier.
Fashionably late. I thought you weren't gonna show.
I gave you my word we would talk, and I never break my word.
Easy there. I was just teasing. So tell me everything that happened while I was away.
Everything, huh?
And after the betrayal, and what I put those men through, my sorries were worth about as much as shit.
Are you glad you at least tried to apologize?
It's hard to say. I go back and forth most days. They needed to know that there's a way to come back from anything. And I wanted to help them if I could. I thought going up there on the gallows was difficult. This was worse. 100 times worse. Anyway, it's nice to be back. Though I'm not sure what to think of this council. No matter what, you know you can always count on my sword arm and my friendship.
Yeah, I didn't mean to use the insults. We should stop. Let me try.
Your aim is atrocious. I'm embarrassed for you.
Think you can do better?
Probably not. So I assume that okay. I just made fun of him twice, apparently. Blackwall in the last few years. Inquisitor, I hope this letter finds you well. I apologize for my prolonged absence. I have traced the whereabouts of one more of my former company, and I am writing to you from Kirkwall, where he now resides. I knew him as Private Nicholas Lorry. He goes by Klaus now. Unlike so many of the men I betrayed, Klaus found a way to put his life together without turning to crime. It doesn't in any way lessen the horror of what I did, but it was comforting to see at least one life not completely ruined by my actions. Klaus is married to a lovely lady. They run a small bakery. It didn't take him long for recognition to dawn, and then I had 2 mince pies lobbed at my head. Pies that were fresh from the oven, mind you. It was a good thing I ducked. I made my apologies. Even after months of searching and making reparations, it was still hard. To his credit, Claus allowed me to talk, and we ended the visit with ales at the Hanged Man. I should return within the month. Thank you for allowing me this time, Inquisitor. Yours, Tom Rainier. This says, he respects you more if you always use the conflict options, same as Vivienne. It's true, I forget, like, there's certain people want you to talk to them in certain ways. Wager notes. Notes carried back and forth by runners, covered in different handwriting. What do you say, gentlemen? 3 days before the Inquisition sees sense and aligns itself with Orlais? Properly this time? M. Nonsense, Marcel. Ferelden is here for blood. The day before they either demand it outright or threaten war on us if they don't get it. L. The Divine will intercede. She must. Victoria and the Inquisition are too closely connected in everyone's eyes for her not to interfere. A. You have great confidence in the Chantry, Elaine. 1,000 royals worth of confidence from each of you if the Divine settles the fate of the Inquisition. Done. 1,000 from each of you once the Inquisition has ceded sovereignty into Orlais and the Council of Heralds. You two will beggar me. Leonard, are you out? Don't be ridiculous. 1,000 royals on the Fereldans getting their way after all.
Watch your tongue.
Maker.
It's a golden nug. Synchronize collectibles. This will synchronize your collectibles across games by downloading collectibles that you previously uploaded and uploading newly acquired ones. Would you like to synchronize them now? What the hell does that mean? Downloading the collectibles that you previously uploaded and uploading newly acquired ones. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. So I gotta look that up because, yeah, I don't know what it means. Alright, so this is just the usual large weapon fragment removed. Okay. Another dog bone? Yep. More dog treats. What did I miss? Oh. Hard in Hightown, Chapter 13. Good God. Once again, I'm not going to read it out loud. Storms of Temptation. I think that's going to be a long one, too. Oh. It's a pretty cool mechanic here to be able to look around Orlais. Since we never had the opportunity to explore Orlais, we've only been Not Orlais, I mean Valreo. Orlais is the entire country. Oh, that was cool. Hey, it's Cassandra.
Oh.
Is everything all right?
Yes. Well, I wanted to speak with you, and now you're here.
Yep.
This seems serious.
It's not about me. It's about you. Maybe you should sit.
Oh.
I can stand.
Maybe I should sit. Inquisitor, I want you to know that I am your friend. I will always be your friend.
Oh, well, that's...
So I hope to give you sound advice on this momentous day. Do what is in your heart, my friend, no matter what anyone might tell you.
That's a lovely sentiment, Cassandra.
Marriage is much more than a lovely sentiment, Inquisitor.
What?
Marriage?
Josephine is a wonderful woman. If you're clear on your path, you're not proposing to anyone. I am going to kill Varric. Why do I believe everything he says? Why?
Incidentally, everybody, if anyone's talking in the options, my laptop froze, so I can't see it. I gotta. Thank you for talking to me. Flesh looks good on you. Did you mean all that? Maybe I will get married.
I might get married. I've thought about it.
I suspected as much. Being Inquisitor has brought you good things. Many good things. But only a few have been by your choice. Take what happiness you can from those and do not let them go. That is all I meant to say. Advice from a friend for the days to come.
Okay. That came out of nowhere. The funny thing is,
how did Varric, of all people, become the Viscount of Kirkwall? A mystery for the ages.
Yeah, funny though that she was hearing, or believed a rumor about me marrying Josephine, considering that's who I was romancing. Another bone. Yeah, that's all in there. I don't need to worry about that stuff. Yeah, so right now I'm still waiting for my computer to reset, so hopefully any commentary that you guys are giving me I'm not gonna miss. And here's Charter.
Well met, your worship.
That's it?
Well met, your worship.
Okay. Thought there would be more to it. Apparently not. Wait, hold on, let me see if I can get my laptop's almost ready to go here. Annoying. Dorian in the last few years. Inquisitor, it was good to hear from you, my friend. For months, I've only had the Society of Maveris. I've had only the Society of Maveris's fledgling Lucerini party. Junior members of the Magisterium, so filled with fire and zeal, and so wildly inept at politics, May keeps a bucket of ice water on hand in case one accidentally immolates himself. Lest I give you the wrong impression, we are making progress. But it will take a great deal of skill to keep the Lucerini alive through the usual schedule of The Minrathis scheming long enough to become a real political faction. Fortunately, they do have me. I'm sorry to hear the politics are plaguing you as well. Must be something going around, like a pestilence or an Orlesian fashion trend. Hopefully, Josephine can diffuse the Ferelden outcry and persuade the Orlesians to stop circling you with a collar and leash. You know, she always did love a challenge. I'll find an excuse to make a trip south soon. We should really catch up in person, don't you agree? Dorian. Oh my god, my phone will not stop. Oh, okay, friend of mine. Hold on, everybody. Let me send a text back. Gave me almost done, almost done. Okay. Yeah. Chrome didn't shut down correctly. You think that kind of happens when the game freezes. Alright, so I'm just waiting for the chat to boot up, see if it pops up anything that was said. No, well, apparently whatever the last things that anyone said never popped up, so. Alright. Conduct becoming the Inquisition. To all members of the Inquisition, it has come to my attention that I must remind everyone of the type of behavior expected from us during this exalted council. It is natural to wish to hold our heads high, but remember that we are guests of the imperial court. It is upon us to behave with good grace, propriety, and restraint. If you are unsure of how to address someone of gentle birth, my lord or my lady will suffice. If you are fearful that you have overstepped an uncommon protocol, speak with your commanders. If they are not available, seek me out. Over-imbibing is strongly discouraged at all times. If you are steered into an argument about the Inquisition's politics, politely excuse yourself as quickly as possible. Please do not engage in these debates. If all else fails, trust sense and common courtesy to guide your actions. Sincerely, Lady Montaillette. Oh my lord. Activity in the Winter Palace. Charter's notes are in an encryption she developed with Liliana over the last couple of years. CM's intentions seem sincere. Agent in place at party tonight where CM is attending. VP left notes at drop as promised. Servant in green livery seen leaving guest wing. The hell was that noise? Servant in green livery seen leaving guest wing of palace at odd hours. Possible tryst? Ooh. Madame LV's second cousin is a bard and employee of Duke WM. Lord WG plans to meet Lady GD tonight. Neither of their spouses know. Lord RW plans to meet Lady SR tonight. Their spouses do know. Lord RW's wife encouraged RW to step out with SR so she could have some peace and quiet to herself. There's all kinds of nonsense going on. Oh, that's that damn Skype. That's what that is. I don't know why I haven't bothered to download it and ever use it. Alright, well I guess my stream's up and running normal-ish again, so if I missed any, if I didn't reply to anything that you guys said, I apologize because, like I said, it crashed and I didn't get a chance to see it. Alright, so here's my wardrobe. Nothing there. Storage. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, like that. Look at that. See, it looks all dark red. And then when I'm walking around, it looks pink. Weird. I'm keeping Caliban just because I like the name. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to keep because I'll end up stripping stuff later. Alright, I'm not going to worry about that right now. Read. Iron Bull in the last few years. Thank you for sending the Chargers to assist in dealing with the demons attacking Montfort. Their assistance was most appreciated and many lives were saved. The Iron Bull and his Chargers have prevented another civil war from sweeping across Orlais with their efforts in Perindale. The Iron Bull in particular defeated the would-be usurper in combat. We must protest the actions of the Bull's Chargers in South Reach. While the presence of demons and Templars corrupted by red lyrium is undisputed, the necessity of your dwarven miner collapsing the better part of a mountain on the enemy forces was hardly necessary. The Bull's Chargers were of great assistance in driving back the demons that attacked the shores of Lake Calenhad. The elf who calls herself Dalish was particularly helpful, and I look forward to her promised explanation of how Dalish archery techniques can create walls of ice or dispel magical barriers. Excerpts from letters of thanks relating to the activities partaken by Bull's Chargers over the past 2 years. Thank you for the information. We've removed the Venatori informant. Ansburg should be safer for Inquisition and Ben Hassrath agents. It encloses the location of the ruins Talus discovered, just north of Halamsharal. The obvious magical activities suggest that Inquisition forces are better equipped to determine the nature and magnitude of the threat than our people. While the Imperium's increased internal struggle aids both the Qunari and the Inquisition, we suggest you keep a close watch. Both sides are likely to recruit allies, and Ben Hassrath intelligence suggests that Navarra is already unstable. Excerpt from Ben Hassrath reports. Let me refresh that page. Because it's making it look as if... Okay, now I got the chat going up here. Ramnus, I don't know how long you've been gone, but Ramnus asks how long I've been streaming games. I've only started streaming games recently, so not even a year. And he says, Ramnus says, I have to go. I subscribe to your channel. Looks like I like your humor, and I'm going to watch your Let's Plays. Hey, Ramnus, thank you for joining me. I appreciate the banter and getting involved in the stream. That's one of the big reasons why I'm streaming, because I enjoy interacting with people. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I hope you're able to watch the rest of this video at some point. And yeah, thanks for the subscription, man. And hopefully we'll see you again in the future. Alright. So, in regards to Iron Bull, we had a conversation earlier last week regarding if I did a mission with the Chargers. And it was, if I didn't do a certain thing, they all died. And I was like, I know the Chargers aren't dead. So, clearly right there, that's proof that the Chargers are all still alive and operating just fine. What do you guys hear? Lots of stuff to read here. Varric in the last few years. Inquisitor. And I'm sorry to anybody if you're watching, if this is boring listening to me read these things, but it's all part of the setup, for the rest of the story, so I kind of have to read this stuff. Inquisitor, greetings and salutations from beautiful Kirkwall. The sun is shining, the sea birds are screeching, and almost nothing in Hightown has fallen into a sinkhole and ended up in the sewers in over a month. The red lyrium cleanup in the gallows is going better than expected. Nobody misses having Meredith fused to the flagstones, eerily glaring at everyone. The city guard celebrated finally getting her out of there by holding a completely impromptu parade. Several Lowtown residents composed a song on the spot with lyrics to the effect of, "Thank the maker, the crazy cursed Templar is gone," which was remarkably catchy, despite, or maybe because of, the fact that it was mostly just swearing in tune. Even with all the stellar progress, it looks like I'm stuck here. Channels in the harbor were completely changed by falling debris a few years back, which led to a lot of ships getting wrecked coming and going, which only made things worse. And then we had rifts open, and weird glowing fade rocks appeared out of there. Incidentally, thanks for closing the rifts. Now, the only hope for repairing the harbor is to send guys with pickaxes to clear the rocks. Ever try to hire miners who are also divers, Inquisitor? There aren't many, and even fewer are happy mining glowing shit from the fade. This is going to take a lot of my coin to fix. Vivienne in the last few years. Inquisitor. I fear I shall have no opportunity to meet with you prior to the Exalted Council at Halam Sharal. The colleges and fraternities of enchanters are holding yet another round of elections in a few months, and I must be present to organize everything, or the Equitarians and the Lacrosians will inevitably get drawn into the most passive-aggressive arguments over the number of ballot boxes and the arrangements of voting cards you can possibly imagine. On the last two occasions when I could not be spared from my duties at the Imperial Court, the isolationists sealed themselves inside the debating area with ice walls, in protest over some insult from a libertarian senior enchanter from Cumberland. I must, of course, convey the continuing approbation of the Orlesian Court, though I have no doubt dear Duke Cyril has already bored you to death with the Council of Heralds' compliments by now. Cordially, Vivienne. Cullen in the last few years. Cullen, word has spread from Denerim about this summit the Inquisition will attend. The news is half rumors, but with the representatives they say they are going, this clearly serious, and the details are probably not something you can put down in a letter. I will, however, look forward to more glowing descriptions about how much you love Orlesian parties. Branson's here. His son insists I add "Hello, Cull" to this letter. He also insists it be "Hello" and not "Hello." Your nephew is stubborn. How very familiar. Love, Mia. Cassandra in the last few years. Inquisitor, I am writing to you from the Hunterhorn Mountains, where I was successful in tracking down Seeker Emery. She was more shocked than most to hear of Lord Seeker Lucius's betrayal, as he was her mentor when she was just an initiate. But she is eager to help rebuild, and she has heard of a few other Seekers who might have been sent to Rivian. Rivian? I still do not know how many of us yet remain, how many Lucius killed, but I know that we are recovering, and I know that we will be better this time. I confess I look forward to returning to Orlais next month. Once I would have thought that impossible. Orlais was little more than the land of frustrating politics, excessive ornamentation, and responsibilities I did not want. But now that friends wait for me there, it is almost a home. Cassandra. So at least we're getting updates on what everyone had been up to. What the hell am I going to get up there? Clearly I got to leap across onto that. I can see that up there, I just can't knock it down. Hard in Hightown, chapter 14. Man, he got busy. So we don't have 11 or 12. We have 10, 13, and 14. At some point, I'm seriously going to have to just go into the codex after I complete it all, and I'm going to actually have to sit there and read it. Okay. I'm going to have to figure out how to get up there. What's up, random people? It's the Gilded Horn. And look who's running the bar. Alright, hold on. Before I talk to you, Iron Bowl, let me read some stuff. Gilded Horn's drink menu. The Golden Nug, an effervescent white Salini wine with a dash of West Hill brandy and a splash of pomegranate juice, muddled with raspberries and a sprig of royal elf root. I don't need to read all this. There you go. There's a bunch of drinks that they got. just ends up being more information than necessary. Of course Sarah's in the bar. Sarah's past and now things. Lost another book. Stopped leaving in places. Below are journal entries by Sarah. Also several sketches of Skyhold with impeccable cross-hatching. Moving again. Less stuff. More things. People things. Too many vowel somethings. Name less stupid. Or lay. Last Jenny checked in. Wasn't worried. A drawing of a gloved fist holding an odd symbol smashing against the face of a Chevalier. The symbol is red and smells of strawberry. Traveling again. And again. Been here before. We're everywhere. Back to the Winter Palace. Never good. Pack bees. Bet Varric we're in trouble. Scratched out. Varric won't take a sucker bet. In for 10 with Cullen. Everyone looks old and tired and fat. Find who shrunk my Skyhold clothes. Scratched out. Piss. Don't say the Inquisitor's hand looks bad. It looks very bad. Is Whittle even here? Why do I go where there's no Whittle? A drawing of Sarah and Dagna silhouetted by an explosion, bees, and exploding bees. Rainier hugs harder than Blackwall. Still beardy. Josie is best here. Cassandra needs to punch something or she'll explode. Everyone? They never call in everyone. Liliana knows something. Knew it. Inquisition is in trouble. Okay, she's going to be the last one I talk to in this room because she's my favorite. Why does it say read? I just read it. Huh. Maybe she adds to it later. Oh! Bowl. There we go.
Your worship, I'm glad you're here. Listen, I need you to keep the chief distracted while we sneak this dragon skull through the room behind him.
I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes.
It's for his birthday.
I'll see what I can do, Krem.
All right, here he comes. Just keep him talking. He loves talking.
Yes, he does.
Hey, boss. Good to see you.
Jesus Christ, obviously, I don't know how to distract him.
Did you know that Ferelden has its own names for lords? The country is divided into Ternirs governed by Terns. Inside those are cities and Arlings ruled by Arls. And then there's the Banorn. It's a large area of countryside ruled by multiple bands.
Good to know.
Do you think news of the Exalted Council could affect the lyrium shipments from Orzammar?
Maybe.
It's good to see that the Veil has largely healed, now that most of the major rifts are closed. You might think otherwise, but the Veil isn't technically a physical barrier. It's more like a magical vibration that repels the Fade.
He's not even helping.
Most mages hate the thick of battle, but I can't imagine hanging back. It's nice to get your hands dirty.
That's why I like you, boss. You swing a sword. It's a weird sword made out of magic, but still.
They're gonna break that thing.
It's fascinating to see the remnants of Syrian culture here. Most of it was deliberately erased during the Orlesian unification, under the reign of Mafarath's son, Isarath.
Surprise! Happy birthday, Chief!
Oh, you guys. You got me.
We're gonna assume that was a wink. I mean, let's face it, he's only got one eye.
Hey, boss.
Where's the bard? Oh, that's Cole's outside. Where's the bard? Because I hear someone singing. Hello.
Here's you, and everyone. Glad to be back, all stuffed together. With the pressure full on. Again. Don't worry, Herald of Everywhere. I came prepared. I know what everyone needs. Just like best times.
I didn't say anything. What the hell are you hitting them with? What the hell were they hitting them with? That's pretty funny.
I expected a roof.
It's early. Anyway, that was a good run. It's all been a good run. I needed that. And I need... You know it's ending, right? We can say it won't, but knobs in places like this, all they do is end things. They'll try a leash. Or worse. But maybe you aren't ready to quit just because some Lord Piddlebits is scared of us.
Is someone moving against us?
Sure. Start with everyone, everywhere. Point is, sooner, all this changes. And you've helped me understand. Too much. So it's my turn to help you. See, I have these friends, and all of them were the wrong sort of whatever. Their place changed, or it never was. So together, we made an us. Everyone needs an us. And when the world is done saying no and calls you the wrong sort of whatever, maybe we can be that us for you. What do you think, Inquisitor? Want to run some rooftops as a Jenny?
You want the Inquisitor? Don't I have a few more titles than your usual Jenny? No offense.
Some taken.
Words. Look, we don't want you. We want to be there for you. If you want to keep doing, it won't be nobles who help. It'll be friends.
Well, all I have to say is call me Red Frigging Jenny.
Way too confusing. You'll get a city. One that rhymes with arse.
Oh! I should have said we needed a we instead of an us, because... Wait! Anus! So stupid.
To all my friends.
Always and ever, Inquisitor. Always and ever. Creepy song is creepy. Ugh.
Alright, that was pretty good. And what's funny too is I was about to say how I hadn't heard anyone doing that song earlier in the regular game. Because I like that song about Sarah, because Sarah's my favorite character. But that's pretty funny. Alright, talk to Cole.
Inquisitor, I see you have time for afternoon refreshments.
The cup's floating.
Did you know that a merchant in the courtyard is selling gemstones the same color as your eyes?
What an odd thing to say. I must see this for myself.
You're useful to have around, Cole.
I still don't understand Orlesians and their masks, but it makes him happy. And I needed the table.
For breadcrumbs?
Birds like breadcrumbs.
I was gonna say, well, who was that?
Good day. I didn't see you there.
But I saw you, as lovely as your songs.
Ooh. What's this?
I'm pleased for both of you.
The world has ample pain, Inquisitor. The kindness found in Cole is rare indeed.
Her songs bring happiness to those who hear, and I can make her happy in return.
Oh, she's the bard.
Well then, carry on.
Really? So Cole found himself a girlfriend. Well then. It's pretty awesome.
Hello.
Hello. Goodbye. Okay. Down this way. Hello, people. I knew there's gonna be something around here to read. Hard in Hightown. Well, there's chapter 12. So only chapter 11 is left. Or anything above chapter 14. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around. I'm going to find the people to talk to. And when I'd spoken to everyone, obviously we haven't even optional catch up with old friends. Well, I mean, I'm trying to do all of that. So before I talk to an Norwegian ambassador or a Ferelden ambassador, I'm going to try to speak to all of our friends. And as soon as I speak to everyone, and then whatever cutscene comes after that, that's when I'm going to end this stream. So who have we not spoken to so far? Trying to think who I haven't seen. I haven't seen Dorian. I haven't seen
It's true.
Liliana, but I don't think we're going to see her yet. Vivienne's not going to be there yet. At least that's what it said. So Vivienne, Dorian. I think that's it.
Of course.
And obviously Solus, but Solus is long gone. I've been all through there, so we go back up. Wait. Where have I not been?
All's well, it seems.
I didn't go out this way. Okay. Because the optional thing says catch up with old friends. That hasn't gone away, so I haven't seen everyone yet. Alright, Cullen. Alright, and Cullen, one of his dogs.
You there!
Big dog.
You're to dodge, not catch. If that ball were a fireball, you'd be dead.
You found a dog?
They don't breed Mabari in Olay. The merchant said he was abandoned. Perhaps his owner's tired of the novelty.
Tire of you? With that positive attitude and fetching ability?
He's not supposed to fetch it.
I don't think you understand how this works.
Another Ferelden trapped at the Winter Palace. I couldn't leave him to that fate. Besides, I think he likes me.
Something tells me you've never had a dog before.
Not since I was a child. The Circle wasn't keen on pets, especially Kirkwalls. But Skyhold... The Inquisition will change after this. I'm not yet sure what that will mean. Whatever happens, our people, you, Liliana, Josephine, will have my support. In whatever form you require.
If your support comes with that of your new friend, I'm sold. I know a useful ally when I see one.
You can help. Dodge this, and I'll find overpriced Orlesian dog treats before we go.
Hey, I collected a whole bunch of Orlesian dog treats. Alright. Read. Reminder. While the gazebo is available for festive occasions, deposits are non-refundable in cases of flood, fire, or imperial whim. Book accordingly. Just trying to make sure I don't miss anything here. Oh, we can run right through the water, alright. I discovered bats. Oh, chapter 15. I know this is not the most action-packed episode. At least not after the beginning. Where's Vivian? Are those Avar? Look like it, but I guess not. Let's look to Vivian.
Darling, you made it. Excellent. I scheduled this appointment ages ago, and they do appreciate punctuality.
Appointment?
With the Imperial Garden Spa, of course. You work so hard, my dear. I wanted to treat you.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Of course it is, darling. That's the only kind I have.
What are the cheese wheels for?
It pains me that you even have to ask. You've clearly been living too long in barely civilized conditions.
Did you hear something?
Relax, darling. It's spa day. How have you been? It seems ages since we've spoken. I hope you finally took that adorable scout somewhere nice.
No, but soon.
Don't toy with her, darling. It's unkind. And she's rather capable with that bow.
Oh my god.
You must be keeping very busy.
Someone has to keep the mess that's been made of Thaddeus' institutions of magic from flying apart. Don't you feel better, my dear? This place really does work miracles.
What happened?
Darling, it's spa day. Don't fret. You'll undo all the good they've done. Come along, Inquisitor. They have other appointments, you know.
It's quite the outfit I'm wearing. A stick and a banana. I'm going to assume that means something. Broken mask. More expensive dog treats. Okay, let's see. Who have we not spoken to yet? Vivian, Cullen, Barrick, Josephine, Sarah, Iron Bull, Cole, Cassandra, Blackwall. That was everyone then. Okay. No. I was gonna say, I know I'm gonna find stuff. Chapter 18. Now we need to find 16 and 17. This also just reminds me I have to go back to the other side real quick because I have to try to jump across to get that one item. Okay, clearly that's an area I don't need to go into just yet.
Thank you. A pleasure. Such changeable weather this season.
Let's see which way I have to go here. Yep, higher up. Wait. I've been in there. Am I gonna get myself killed doing this? Come on. Oh, come on. I almost made it. But maybe I don't have to jump from all the way up there. Maybe there's another way to do this. But I don't think so. Damn. Okay, so if I can jump down there. And now I can jump directly across. No! God damn it. All to pick up whatever the hell that is. Well. That's gonna take forever to figure out. I can already tell. So, I'm not gonna bother. I never heard this one. I'll have to look that up on YouTube. Oh, I've not been in here. I'm glad I wandered in. What do they have here? Okay. What the hell is that? Unique greatsword. Good God. Alright, well, it's not as good as what I have, but Whatever made this weapon, its flesh appears to be alive. Could be an abomination's blood magic. Spirit twisted in physical form. Really? Alright. This is a pretty cool looking shop. That's all it is. There's no I make her spread her arms and legs real quick. And that's all that happens. Dragon bone. An infinite amount of it too. An infinite amount of all of this stuff. That is pretty sweet. So we'll have to remember that this is here. This is what? Leathers and stuff? Yep. Cloth. Very nice. This is leathers. Very cool. Man, this is a neat looking shop. I really like that. What the hell was that? You know what? Yeah, we're gonna sink it. I don't know what it means. Alright, what happened? Collectibles successfully synchronized. Okay. I don't know what that means, but it did a thing. So the only ones that we have not spoken to is Liliana, and Dorian. But they're not here. According to my map, they're nowhere to be found. But we spoke to everybody else. Just double check. Yeah, Blackwall, Cole, Bull, Sarah, Cassandra. Yeah, so Dorian and Liliana are the only people that we're friends with that we've not spoken to yet, I believe. Right? Yeah, look, it says Tom Rainier now. Doesn't say Blackwall anymore. Yeah, so those are the only two. What is it? What did we miss? Silver ring. Have I not gone down here? Nope. More dog treats. Ah, chapter 11.
Good day to you.
Good day to you.
There must be something here.
You haven't. Of course not.
Okay, what the hell was that? That's happened twice now. Now, either somebody's practicing magic and it just happens to be like
should look around.
Alright, so something's going on. Why would I be saying that I need to look around and... Because usually he says that when you're getting... those indicators on your little radar. There's got to be more to this than just being able to look around. Like, we have to be able to be looking around to find something specific. I'm not seeing anything. Weird. So twice he said, let's look around or I have to find something. One time we definitely saw like that smoke with whoever it was disappearing. And then we heard a sound effect the second time. Reverse catalog of treasures. Okay. Read. Dispatch from the Crown of Ferelden. To our honored friend Arl Tegan, that's who we're about to talk to. Thank you for attending this exalted council. We trust you implicitly with Ferelden's wishes, and to fight for the security of our borders. Messengers will be dispatched daily so that you are not cut off from us as you undertake this duty. Maker be with you. King Alistair and Queen Honora of Ferelden. A postscript has been scribbled faintly at the bottom of the page. Good luck, Uncle. If there's anyone I'd rather have there than me, it's you. Or anyone else, really, but thanks for braving the lion. So we'll be seeing Alistair. Aha! Liliana. And they are all... Look at Liliana all dressed up, looking weird. Looking weird. Alright, before we talk to her... Duke Cyril and Dorian. Okay, then that'll be everybody. Very good. So, we'll talk to Dorian and Liliana. Dedication. This fountain was erected in commemoration of the end of the Civil War and the slaying of Corypheus by the Blessed Herald of Andraste, Inquisitor Acrogoth Trevelyan, in the 42nd year of the Dragon Age. Let the song of its water be as laughter. Let the cool of its stone be as memories gone. Dedicated by Her Imperial Majesty, Empress Celine, in memory of those who fell to protect and preserve the Elysian Empire. Ah. Dedicated to me. Take some of the coins that were dropped in there. For me. Dorian.
Orlais is on your side, Lord Parvis. The Inquisition's support is not a thing to lose lightly.
Which is why the Orlesian court is circling it with a net and collar? But you'll have to excuse me. I see an old friend I must greet. Inquisitor, how long has it been? Don't actually tell me. I despise feeling old. It's good to see you, my friend.
You arrived ahead of me. I hope all's well?
It's everything I expected. We've been spared the burden of surprise. Orlais wants the Inquisition tamed, Ferelden wants it gone, the Chantry meddles, and Tevinter sends but one ambassador. That's me, by the way. A reward for my interest in the South. Thankfully, Ambassador Pavis is a token appointment. Call on me as you like.
Inquisitor, Duke Cyril Montfort, member of the Council of Heralds and Lord of Chateau Haine. I have long followed your work. It is extraordinary.
Is that sentiment shared by the rest of the court?
Of course. Orlais wishes only to offer respectful guidance to the Inquisition.
I have a real mustache. You only have a metal one.
Does your grace feel the Inquisition should continue to rule itself?
I would rather see the Inquisition join us freely than be carved into pieces for the chessboard. I have not forgotten Justinian's death. I had friends who perished at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. More than the good you have done, it is the good we may do together I don't wish to lose. Whatever happens, Inquisitor, I wish you well.
Okay. Scandalous gossip. This unsigned note is creased as if it had been secreted away in someone's pocket. Dearest Jay. Menelaus says, finally you're streaming when I'm home. Hello, Menelana, and welcome back. Dearest Jay, I agree it is surprising that the Fereldans come as equals, but the Exalted Council is in the heart of southern Orlais. That cannot be lost on our neighbors. Empress Celine has stayed in Valroyo to appease a delegation of Navarrans, or so her messengers say. It is obvious the Empress stays away to dodge the demands that she brings the Inquisition to heel. One would almost think that Celine believes they will find a way out of their bind. So strangely naive at her age. That was a shot at her, making her sound like she's old, and she's not old. Alright, so we will talk to Liliana first.
Divine Victoria, am I interrupting?
Of course not, Inquisitor. I was catching up with Redcliffe's Arl. He's here to represent Ferelden at the summit.
Inquisitor, good to meet you.
How are things in Redcliffe, my lord?
Blessedly quiet. The mayor conveys his greetings. Redcliffe remembers its savior.
I'll try not to keep you from more important matters.
Very well. We'll continue this later, your perfection.
Many are frightened of the Inquisition's power, but I will do all I can to allay their fears.
Is there anything I can do to make your job easier?
Explore the grounds. Let yourself be seen. The delegates need to put a face to the legend. I have much to do, but let me say this. I may no longer be your spy master, but I am always here if you require.
Okay, then
I'm glad you finally arrived, Inquisitor. The Crown's anxious for news.
And your thoughts on Ferelden's position?
The breach is long gone, yet Skyhold's army remains. Ferelden can't continue to ignore soldiers on its borders.
I appreciate knowing where Ferelden stands.
You are owed that, Inquisitor, especially here. These Orlesians will talk circles around you before you get a simple greeting out. I won't keep you longer. We'll have words enough when the Exalted Council begins.
Catch up with old friends. Who have I not spoken to? I spoke to everyone. Right? Who have I not spoken to? Oh, I gotta talk to Liliana again? This door... Okay, so I gotta talk to Dorian and Liliana again. Alright, that's fine. Now, we see that weird shadowy magic thing again. Liliana asks, how's your week been? It's been busy. I had a pretty ridiculous work week. So it was threw my schedule all out of whack. But otherwise it's been fine. Real quick, so before I talk to Liliana and Dorian, and I think what I'm going to do, and Menelana, I know you just joined me, but I'm going to talk to Liliana, and then I'm going to talk to Dorian, and then I'm going to take a break, but I will start up another stream shortly afterwards, but I've been streaming for over 2 hours now. So I'm going to take a break. I just want to make something to eat real quick, and then I'll continue. It's just going to be a snack. So it's not like I'm going to be cooking for an hour or anything like that, but I'll probably within like 10 minutes or so, I'll start up another stream. And then we'll continue from there. Alright, Liliana.
Will you walk with me? The first time I came to the Winter Palace, I was only 18. I was dazzled. Such rich hangings, splendid marble columns, more golden lions than I could count. It's all still here, still bright, but I no longer see that same palace.
And that makes you sad?
It is easier on the heart to just see gilding. Now all I see are hands rubbed raw to make gold gleam, tears shed in the night over silk embroidery. Others overlook them and forget their pain, but I am divine and I cannot be blind. They seek to tear the Inquisition down. You feel it, no? Fear.
Have we not made enough allies?
If friends were easily made and kept, we wouldn't need diplomacy. Our allies can be cordial to our faces and still dread the future. They are afraid of nothing so much as the hand that directs it all.
Mine.
Yes, my glowing
Already
green
your
hand.
actions have begun to reshape Thedas. Your influence is felt everywhere. It was only a matter of time before they moved. I'm surprised it took this long. The Inquisition's time is coming to an end.
Is that the decree of Her Perfection Divine Victoria? That the Inquisition be dissolved?
As divine, it is my duty to think of Thedas and all our peoples. We set out to restore peace, and now peace is upon us. You and I have come so far through the darkness together. It is time for us both to live in the light. But whatever you decide, I will be honored to stand beside you. I'll be right here if you need anything.
Of course, we all know that shit's gonna happen. Again. Same place as before. So, I don't know what the hell that is.
Those Fereldans, always afraid to mingle.
Kungan, what's up, Kungan? Welcome to the stream. Kungan's asking, if you make Cassandra the Divine, can you no longer take her as a companion? I don't know. I've never had her as a Divine, and I never played Trespasser before. But Menelana says she will rejoin you, I think. I was going to say that would...
Look around.
What? What am I going to look around for? It keeps saying that, but I think I picked up whatever I needed to find. I mean, that would only make sense if Cassandra was the Divine. She would still join you, because I don't think they would eliminate anyone from being able to travel in your party. But again, I don't know. Oh, this is quite the crew.
As the most eloquent dwarf you know, Sparkles...
Speech! Speech! Way too much speech.
Varric, there's really no need.
What's going on?
Inquisitor! You're just in time. Sparkles, the Imperium doesn't deserve you. Or want you. It may even kill you. But we'll miss you. If it counts. And you didn't know. Okay, folks. Time to take the party elsewhere.
Toma never wanted any. I swear.
Leave him.
It's true. When the Exalted Council has ended, I'm going back to Tevinter. For good, this time.
You know I'll miss you.
Naturally. My father is dead. Assassinated, I believe. I received notice this morning. A perversely cheerful letter congratulating me on assuming his seat in the Magisterium. We only met a few times while I was home. He didn't say anything about keeping me as his heir. This ambassadorship, his doing, I'm told. He must have wanted me away when the trouble began. I have to go back.
Yeah, my guy's gonna be upset about this because this is his buddy.
You'll need help. I could go with you.
Not this time, my friend. I won't be entirely without support. Mayveris has gathered other magisters who feel as we do. We'll be an actual faction in the Magisterium. I'll teach them manners, take them shopping. It'll be fun.
I know it was complicated, but I'm sorry about your father.
Thank you. It still doesn't feel real.
So you'll truly be a Magister?
Oh, yes. I can't wait to degrade the Magisterium with my presence. A new outfit is required.
And then what?
I find my father's killers and kill them back. Then I find those giving Tevinter a bad name and kill them. They're most likely the same people, so that should make the job easier.
I wish you safe travels and the best of luck.
Oh, I'll need it, thank you. Magisters are tricksy bastards. A present. A going-away present. It's a sending crystal. Amazing what friendship with the Inquisition gives you access to. If I get in over my head, or you're overwhelmed with sorrow for lack of my velvety voice... magic. What? You didn't think I would just leave and you'd never hear from me again, did you? You are my dearest friend. Perhaps my only friend. That will never change, no matter where we are. Now let's finish the good wine before the others get back.
Menelana says there's going to be a lot of dead Tevinters. Yeah, there sure as hell will. Okay, so then the next thing is... It did it again, right behind me. I think that's just people goofing off. I don't think that's anything that's going to, like... I don't know. Maybe it's somebody fucking with me. I have no idea. Alright, so... The next thing I'm going to do is begin the Exalted Council, but that will start in the next episode. Because like I said, I'm going to take a break for a few minutes just so I can run downstairs and get something to eat real quick. And then I will be back online to do one more episode. So, feel free to join me again. Those of you who just jumped on, I know I'm already splitting, but I will be right back. So... Everybody, for the last 2+ hours who've been watching, thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I will have another one on, like I said, probably like 10 minutes or so.
Where is that servant?
So until then, peace. And I will enjoy my foods. Peace.